The Labor Party votes in support of same-sex marriage. And horrific night on our roads leaves 3 dead. Tears after a brutal dog attack in Melbourne's north. And some special kids get into the Christmas spirit.
This is 9 News with Alicia Gorey.
Good evening. It is now official Labor Party policy to legalise same-sex marriage. Labor's National Conference overwhelmingly supported the historic change today, but also decided to allow MPs a conscience vote on the issue in Parliament. Political editor Laurie Oakes has the story. It's been yet another night of carnage on Victorian roads, with 2 separate accidents claiming 3 lives and injuring 6 others. An early morning collision in Bendigo left both drivers dead and 4 people in a serious condition in hospital. More from Sonia Marinelli. A 47-year-old scuba diver has died after getting into trouble in waters off Royal Beach in Mornington. The tie-up man's partner raised the alarm, dragging his body onto the beach. Paramedics worked for 40 minutes to revive the man, who had been diving alone, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. A Craigieburn woman who was mauled by 2 Rottweilers while walking her dogs has spoken of the moment she thought she would die. Kylie Gillespie and husband Mark suffered horrific injuries as they tried to protect their dogs during the brutal mauling. Brendan Roberts spoke exclusively to her. Police say a man in his 30s has been stabbed to death in broad daylight after a dispute. The incident occurred at an address in Coraio's Buffalo Street shortly after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Homicide Squad detectives are at the scene. Almost a third of households in certain parts of Melbourne are under mortgage stress. Modelling done by a Social Services Alliance shows families on the fringe of the city are hit the hardest. Chris White reports. The Australian teenager caught buying drugs in Bali is due to fly home tomorrow night. The 14-year-old will be released from detention in the morning. He'll be taken to the notorious Corobacan prison to be registered, photographed and have his fingerprints taken before he can fly home. The New South Wales schoolboy has been in custody since October, when he was arrested with a small amount of marijuana. Australia's pop princess has jetted off from Melbourne Airport just days after her induction into the ARIA's Hall of Fame. She smiled and spoke briefly to fans outside the airport.
Morning, Kylie. How are you?
The singer is headed for Shanghai. Well, Christmas can be an especially tough time for children who are battling cancer. But today, more than 1,500 kids were given a very special treat. Sandown Racecourse was transformed into a giant playground to help boost the spirits of those most in need of some fun this coming festive season. Jacqueline Felgate joined them. When we come back, more than 70 arrests as police crack down on drunkenness. The US military begins pulling out of Iraq. And a couple of pandas get a new home. Until then, they can enjoy $70,000 worth of imported bamboo each year. Well, Clint Stanaway is next with sport. Hello to you, Clint. The Aussies in control at the Gabba.
They are indeed, Alicia. Thanks largely to Michael Clark. The skipper's ton was both crucial and lucky. The highlights next. Also tonight, Win Cup's title hopes hit a late snag. And Tiger, the host with the most.
Corey Norris, 9 News.
And Alicia, that's sport, but welcome back to Melbourne.
Good to be back. Thank you, Clint. See you tomorrow. The weather is coming up next and it could be a wet end to the week. A southwesterly change next Saturday. And that is 9 News for this Saturday. I hope you have a great evening. For now, good night.